Okay, hey everybody. This is going to be a very odd one because this isn't a regular horror movie, but I'm going to do a car review. Whether or not I'm going to do it with everybody is up to them if they want to join. Well, I think it might just be Pat, but we'll see. But anyway, so I'm going to see Wreck-It Ralph. Well, Ralph Breaks the Internet. And I really enjoyed the first one. I don't know how this one's going to go because I don't know if it's going to have all the same like cliche stuff or not, but we'll see. So I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully it'll be a ton of fun like the last film was. We'll have to see. I'm really hoping that I get to see a lot more cameos than in the last film, though M. Bison probably was one of my favorites. So be back in a second. It's Patrick Breaks the Internet.
With my
Ready?
fatness.
With your fatness? There's Angelo, Mary, Crystal, Emily. She's new to the video.
This is my first time being
This is your
featured.
first time being on a car review video.
What's up?
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I think it's going to be fun. It's also going to be awesome the fact that this will be the first movie that actually connects Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel.
Oh, didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's see what they have fun with.
So I'm looking for a great time because Wreck-It Ralph was awesome.
Emily said she has something deep and profound to say.
Go.
I think he's gonna like wreck shit
Oh, he's gonna wreck shit. Okay.
and
Like
break
that ass?
the internet.
Crystal, do you have anything to say?
No.
Okay. How about you, Mary? No? Okay.
Like I said.
All right, so it's just me, and as you see, there's no Pat, there's no Ben, but I felt like talking about this anyway, and I'll try and make it quick, because, fuck, I want to go home, but it's not that late. So, Ralph Breaks the Internet. First off, let me say, it's a good movie. I really, really enjoyed it. The first 15 minutes, I didn't like that much, to be honest. I was kind of like, oh, where's it going? It's a little slow. What could they do? It was cool seeing some of the video game characters again. There's a really good joke about Zangief in the beginning. Oh, I should warn, this is going to be minor spoilers. I'm not going to give a lot of shit away because I think you have to see it if you really like it. So the first thing is just go see it, right? So, like I said, there's a Zangief joke that I really, really liked in the beginning. And then, you know, from the point that, you know, if you know the plot of the film, Vanellope, she's losing her game. The steering wheel breaks. They have to go get a new one. They're going to go to the internet to save the game. That's your basic story, okay? A lot more stuff happens. There's a lot more, again, learning shit about shit. Again, it's a kid's movie. What can I say? Because, you know, kids got to learn some type of lesson, right? Life lesson about friendship or family or whatever the fuck it is. And so it succeeds in doing that part, at least I should say, but it succeeds in being a very entertaining movie. Like, I plan to go see it again. Like, I definitely will see it twice, and I don't see many movies twice nowadays unless it comes, or as soon as it comes on VOD, or you buy the DVD or Blu-ray or whatever you're going to buy. So the best parts of the film are the Disney princesses, and I can't believe I'm going to fucking say that, but they are simply the best part. That is my favorite part of this whole goddamn movie. Like, it is the funniest thing ever, and you saw a little bit in the trailer, but there's more to it, and I absolutely love it. When they finally allow the princess from whatever the Scottish movie is, I'll put it up there. Brave. That's it. Brave. When they finally let her speak, it's fucking hilarious. Everybody, they use most of the original voice cast, and I don't think they can do all the original voice cast of the princesses. They're in it. The whole thing of going to eBay, like, once it gets to the internet, it gets really, like, that's where I wanted to see all the, like, little things. You see all little things everywhere, and I'm trying to catch everything. Even during the credits, like, they have, like, little app icons, and they all say something really weird. Like, one was the Jane Austen Role-Playing Society. It's really fucking, like, they do a really good job, again, with all the little cameos. I absolutely love that. The bad part, and it's very minuscule, like I said, the beginning's a little slow, and, like, there are a couple of things that got cut out of the trailer, and there's one thing that actually is in the movie that I won't say where it is, but there's a couple of things I thought, oh, well, maybe that would be, like, you can tell there was some editing, like deep editing, as you got towards the end, towards the final act of the film. Like, it feels like it just jumped to the, like, whole, like, last act climax thing going on, and that I didn't quite like. But everything leading up to that, all of the stuff they packed into it, all of the jokes they packed into it, so good. Everything is so well done. And I was just, there is something with Vanellope towards the middle of the film that after she meets the princesses, like, it's great. I love that. It's so goddamn funny. And I didn't expect that to happen. And it's perfect. Now, Pat, he said to say that there's something about when it comes to the princesses and Vanellope being a princess and that she longs to believe in basically being the other game and totally ditch her game, that it totally goes against the first film and the fact that King Candy, you know, they got rid of him so that she could actually be back and be in charge of Sugar Rush, and then her desire to be away from it doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that, you know, she just has tired of everything, and she can't be like Ralph and be happy to do the same stuff every day. And you get a little glimpse of that in the beginning of the film, and you see a little bit more later. But it's overall, I think this is a really funny movie. I think that if you like the first one, you're going to love this one. And I think that there's enough visual humor as well as inside jokes that you're going to really, really enjoy it. So overall, I'm going to give this film a 4 out of 5 Pinterest pins. You'll get the reference when you see the movie. But, or maybe it should be 4 out of 5 Spammy Joes or Spammy Jimmy or Jimmy Spam or whatever the fuck his name is, who I thought was a great character, and I couldn't find out who the fuck the voice actor was. So familiar. There's a couple people in there that were so familiar. The only thing I do want to say before I close this out and let you guys go is that Fix-It Felix and his woman, that sounds terrible, but Jane Lynch's character, I wanted them more. Like, I wanted Jane Lynch's character to, like, be more a part of it, and him to be more, Fix-It Felix to be more a part of it too, and it really isn't. But the film doesn't suffer because of that. That's just something that I wanted to see. So, you know, just know that going in, that you'll get them, and their scenes are great. I love it. They have a really good scene at the end of the movie too. It's almost as good as the one in Teen Titans Go right at the end of the film. But it's kind of the opposite. Also, it was surprising, and I didn't really expect it, but there is a Stan Lee cameo in this film. He doesn't speak, but he's in here, and that was really fucking cool. So be on the lookout for that, and everybody in the theater all gasped, and everybody said aw, and it was one of the coolest experiences in a movie I've had in a while. So with that being said, don't forget to go and check out the last episode of the Terrible Terror podcast if you're watching this on YouTube or whatever. I never fucking plug the podcast. I'm like, if you're watching this, you know exactly where it is, because you know what? You might not be watching this on my Facebook page and you don't follow the podcast. You randomly found it. So it's available on iTunes, Spreaker, Spotify, and everywhere that you can get your platforms, Blueberry, all those things. You know, and going to be looking at a Dutch film that's translated into English. I'm going to be watching a dub for the first time in a long time called Saint or Sint. So check that out when that episode airs very, very soon. Or you can go back, and there's plenty of episodes in the back catalog. And tell me if you like these little videos, and, you know, if there's anything else that you want to see. Go ahead and, if you like the videos that we do, hit that like button down below. You can subscribe, all that fucking shit that they normally put on the things. And then maybe I'll start talking like Ben at the end of this, and that'll get me a bunch of likes or whatever. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. And we'll figure out what the next fucking car review movie is going to be. All right, later.